Alrighty, grade 7, moving on to question 10. So it says, place the information below into a column graph. So we know column graphs go vertically up the page. We can also see up the top here, it is worth 5 marks. Alright, so for starters, just to get yourself 3 quite quick and simple marks, we can put in a title for the overall column graph, and then a y-axis title and an x-axis title. The overall title is pretty much given to you, so let's just call it what's in the table already. So sport played, by 11, 12-year-olds. Okay, so we've got that. There's 1 mark. Then we're gonna mark the x-axis first. So the x-axis is used for the categories. All right, the y-axis can be for the numerical numbers. So on the x-axis, we will call it the sport played. And then on the y-axis, we will call it number of participants. All right. Also, you can see how much of a line we've been given for the y-axis and the x-axis. We need to make sure we use as much of that as possible. We don't want a little graph just finishing down in this area down here, right down the bottom. So we're looking up at our data set and we can see the lowest number is 2, the highest number is 22. So we just need to measure out this side, and we can see, I might just make it every centimeter. I'm just going to do marks at each centimeter and maybe go up by 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Okay, the highest one is 22 there, so we will be using most of this graph. So we can label it. So we go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. All right, we'll go categories along the bottom. So there's only 4. So we can see our space here is about 13 centimeters. So we have, let's just go increments of 3 centimeters. So 3, 6, 9, and 12. Go about that. All right, we'll call the first one here soccer. Give a bit of room. So I've got soccer, Aussie rules, netball, and tennis. Okay, so we can start plotting our data now. But as you see, we've got a boy's value and a girl's value. Okay, so I'm actually going to use 2 different colors, so a red and a blue pen, and we'll mark this in a bit of a not a scale. What would we call it? And a bit of a key. Okay, when we finish, just to make it really evident to whoever's reading it. So we make sure the first bar does not touch where the x-axis and y-axis meet. Okay, so we need to space it out. Also, we don't want the bars to meet at all when we are doing our graph. So we want to keep those spaced out a little bit. So first one, so boys, I know all the boys in red pen. So boys soccer has 16. So let's start, I'll start it, yeah, just on to a little bit of the side of the hash mark I made for soccer. So 16, we go up to 16, draw a line. Okay, let's go over half a centimeter. Okay, and then draw it all the way down to the x-axis. Okay, there's one bar. Now for blue, for girls, we've got 14. I might start that right on the hash we made, so there is a little gap. Okay, so 14's there. 14 all the way down. All right, half a centimeter across, and then we go all the way down again. All right, so that is soccer finished for us. Now we go to AFL. So AFL, let's have 20 for boys. So starting a little bit over to the side, with that mark. We want to keep them as evenly spaced as possible, but we know this isn't grid paper, so that proves to be a little bit difficult. So we go up to 20, go all the way down. Okay, measure 0.5 centimeter. Okay, and bring it all the way down to the x-axis. Then we go to girls, and girls is 8. Alright, so 8 is there, we come across, over 0.5 centimeter, and down to the x-axis. Netball. Boys only have 2, so not many boys playing netball at this school. So 2, let's go across 0.5 centimeter and down. And then we have our blue pen for girls, and netball is 22. So this is a big one. Let's go across 0.5 centimeter and all the way down to the x-axis. Last one, tennis. Boys, 6. So there's 6, we come across. Yep, about there's good. Centimeter over and down. Then we have blue for girls. Last one is 2, so another small one. 2 goes a little bit higher, possibly. Across 0.5 centimeter. And then down to the x-axis. Alright, so now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in a little key up the top. So you just can write K-E-Y, okay, underline it, and then I'm going to do red equals boys, and then we have blue equals girls. And what you can also do here, just to pretty it up a little bit, is just put a little box around it. Little box. Okay, to make it look a bit more pretty. Alright, so that we've got title for the overall column graph, we've got the title for the x-axis, title for the y-axis, we have we've put the categories in, we've put the numerical numbers up the y-axis also, okay, and then we've also inputted all the data into the column graph. So that is how you get 5 marks out of 5.